Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Patriot Field, where the 0-1 Wayne Hills Patriots take on the Demarest Norsemen, who bring a 1-0 record into the field today in the home opener for Wayne Hills in 1990. I'm Dan McDevitt, along with Jason Bigoff and Harris Fromer. Welcome to Wayne Hills Patriots Football 1990 on WHHS TV. In a few moments, the Wayne Hills Patriot Band will be coming onto the field to perform the national anthem, and then we'll be back with the kickoff.
Go for it.
And your 1990 Wayne Hills Patriots are just about ready to take the field.
And now your 1990 Wayne Hills Patriots football squad.
Should I announce anything to players?
No. Oh, what a view. What a view.
And here are the Patriots as they take the sideline for their home opener against Norsemen. The name of their team.
Wow, did I get that?
Following the Patriots in, along with Athletic Director Ray Bruno, is head coach Chris Olson.
The officials assigned to this game are members of the New Jersey Football Officials Association. The rules governing the game are the National Federation football rules as adapted by the New Jersey State Interscholastic Athletic Association. These rules differ from those used in college and professional football. And today's officials, the referee is Mr. Rick DeVito from North Carolina. The umpire, Mr. Joe Heck from Grambling. The head linesman is Mr. Bob Crum, Jersey City State College. Field judge, Mr. Phil DiDomenico, Seton Hall. The back judge is Bob Villanova, St. John's U. And the official clock operator is Mr. Ed Jaroszewski from the University of Maryland.
When it's on that side of the 50, you do it. When it's on this side, I'll do it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
fair enough.
Please rise as the Wayne Hills High School Patriot Band, under the direction of Mr. Matthew Paterno, plays our national anthem.
The cord is stuck. Harris, get your foot off the cord. And with the playing of the national anthem, the Wayne Hills Patriots home football season gets underway.
Should we announce somebody?
Now as the band marches off the field, Coach Olson gathers together with his players to have a little pregame pep talk, and we'll be preparing for the coin toss to decide who gets the ball first.
tell you the truth, Dan, I think this is a very vital game for the Patriots to win. You know, it's their home opener. They lost the first game. I think if they rebound strongly this game and notch a check in the W column, it can be a very productive season.
I'll have to agree, Harris. What do you think, Jason?
Well, I think the Patriots are going to have to get on the board early for a confidence builder. They didn't score any points last week. Casey Smith's got to get the team rolling, and he's got to show some production.
And now the captains of the Patriots, number 53, Emil Rostello, number 2, Glenn Knischel, and number 49, John Jodas, take the field for the coin toss.
Demarest High School has won the toss, but they've deferred until the second half, and Wayne Hills will receive.
Well, Demarest High School won the toss, but they deferred the choice to the Patriots so they could have the second half choice, and the Patriots will receive in the first half. This will give Demarest the ball in the beginning of the second half. Now the team gathers together. Coach Olson offers a few words of advice at the last minute. And now the Patriots special teams take the field to receive the kickoff.
Jodas and Knischel back to receive. Knischel's been doing this since sophomore year. This is his third year doing it. He's very fast. I think he's one of the best all-around athletes on the Hill squad, and I think he's the key in that special teams unit.
Kyle Hughes is the deep man back for Wayne Hills. So if it's a long kick, he'll be running it.
Hughes is a junior, and this is his second year on the special team squad. And Demarest is about ready to kick the ball off.
Kicking off for Demarest will be number 12, Jonathan Sundberg. The whistle blows. And here's the kick.
The kick is taken by Hughes at about the 10-yard line. Hughes with good blocking, run it back, and he's hit hard at about the 20-yard line. 21-yard line. Patriots offense takes the field.
Okay, now the Patriots offense, led by quarterback number 4, Casey Smith, takes the field at about the 26-yard line. Some of the starting offense for the Patriots, we mentioned number 4, the quarterback, Casey Smith. Number 2, a wideout, Glenn Knischel. Okay, now Smith steps up to the line, takes the snap, and hands it off to number 30, Eric Lehman, who gains maybe a yard, maybe a little less, and Lehman limped off that play.
Short gain on the play. He was tackled by number 74, Scott Rosenbluth.
And Eric Lehman seems to be shaken up on the play as he hobbles off the field as number 43, Charlie Boniface, a fellow senior, replaces him. Patriots take the line. Glenn Knischel, the wideout. It's a handoff. No, Smith takes it and runs out to about the 31-yard line. Pick up about 4 on the carry.
It's about a 3rd and 4 for the Patriots. They're on their own 31. So Ferrer re-enters the game, as does number 43, Charles Boniface. Glenn Knischel comes out. Once again, Patriots are on their own 31. Game's just underway here with 10:41 left to go in the first quarter.
Now once again the Patriots step up to the line. It's a fake again. Smith runs forward, gains maybe 3. Looks like he goes down at about the 35, and that'll be about a yard and a half short of the first down.
Tackled on the play by number 74.
Second play in a row, Casey Smith faked the handoff and decides to take the bootleg, and he's just short of the first down. Looking at a 4th and 1 for Wayne Hills, and it looks like they're bringing the punting unit on the field. Number 7, Jay Vasoda, will be the punter.
Back to receive for the Norsemen, number 24, Jamie Lake, and number 23, Don McKelvey. Punt is off. It's a short punt. Bounces. Number 11, Brian Seck, is covering it for the Patriots. It gets a good roll, and he'll down it at about the Norsemen's 15-yard line, so that turns out to be work to a great advantage for the Patriots. Now the defense takes the field.
In many instances, that type of punt is better than a long punt because that punt will have a very funny bounce and is hard to pick up for the offensive team.
It took a Patriots bounce. It bounced about a good 20-25 yards in the Patriots' favor. And for the first time this season here at home, the defense takes the field. And the Norseman quarterback this year will be number 12, Jonathan Sundberg.
Wide out for the Norseman is number 24, Jamie Lake. Sundberg takes the snap and hands off to number 32, Steve Lee, who gains maybe 5 yards on the play. In for the Patriots defense comes number 54, Todd Agresta. Out comes number 99, Mark Lawrence. In the secondary for the Patriots, number 2, Glenn Knischel, number 11, Brian Seck.
Second down, 6.
Also in the backfield for the Patriots, in the back, number 34, Tom Keating, and number 54, Agresta. Sundberg steps up, takes a snap, and dodges forward, breaks a few tackles, and gets out to about the 30-yard line where he's taken down by number 53, Emil Rostello.
At 5'9", 157, Sundberg is not big for a quarterback, but he received adequate blocking, and with good quickness, he was able to gain some yardage.
Yeah, Sundberg just barreled through the Patriots defense with a couple of key blocks. As Demarest comes up to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, once again, Sundberg steps up on a 1st down and 10. Takes a snap, gives a handoff, and it's flipped back. He takes the pass. It's long to number 24. Intercepted by number 2, Glenn Knischel.
I saw that play coming. Knischel was in great field position, and that's one of the things. I mean, 3 years experience on a varsity level, you're going to be able to do that type of play. And once again, a great play by Glenn Knischel.
The pass was intended for number 24, Jamie Lake, intercepted by Knischel. Also covering on that play was number 11, Brian Seck.
Knischel made a beautiful catch, leaping right in front of the receiver, and just picked the ball off. Great defensive play by Glenn Knischel.
Now the Patriots take over on their own 31-yard line. Casey Smith steps up. Wide out is number 2, Glenn Knischel. It's a handoff to number 46, Eric Paddock. He's tripped off just past the line of scrimmage and gains maybe yard and a half, maybe 2 yards.
Jay Vasoda checks into the game for number 2, Glenn Knischel.
We can be looking for a trick play here. Jay Vasoda is not usually a wideout. He's a punter and a backup quarterback.
And there's a flag on the play.
That looks like it's going to be offsides against the Norsemen. No, it's illegal procedure. Someone moved on the Patriots line and they get pushed back. We'll have to see who that was who got pushed back. Now Knischel checks back in.
There seems to be an injured player on the Patriots sideline, and it is Eric Lehman. He did hobble off the field earlier in the game, and he seems to be in a great deal of pain.
Smith takes a snap, fakes the handoff, and hands off to number 2, Glenn Knischel, who is unusually playing in the backfield. He gets roughed up around the 35-yard line and is taken down at the 37.
About a gain of 4 or 5 on the carry by Knischel.
Carried by number 2, Glenn Knischel. Gain of about 9 yards on the play.
So a 9-yard gain by Knischel. Knischel is one of the fastest players on the Hill squad, and he proved it there as he ran around a couple Norseman defenders. Also with good blocking, he was able to accomplish that 9-yard gain. It's 3rd and 6 for the Patriots on their own 36-yard line.
Knischel checked out, marks the free, and number 33 is the wideout on this play. Tight end, number 99, Lawrence. Pitch to number 46, Eric Paddock, who fumbled, then recovered. No gain on the play, maybe a loss. It'll be moved back about a yard, maybe 2. And now it'll be 4th down and 8 to go for the Patriots on their own 34.
He just couldn't get a handle on the ball as Jay Vasoda's back on, his 2nd appearance of the day. And deep for Demarest is Jamie Lake and John McKinney. And it's punted and fielded about the 35-yard line by McKinney, and he's run out of bounds at about the 35, 36-yard line.
That was a good high punt by the Patriots, but it went right to McKelvey, who took it and ran the only way he could, which was right, He got about 4 yards and then was pushed out of bounds by number 49, John Jodas. Now the Patriots defense takes the field once again. This time the Norsemen have their ball with a 1st and 10 at their own 37.
First and 10 on the Norseman 38. First play of the series here. And number 32. Steve Lee run with the ball. It's a game maybe 4 or 5 on the play. Todd Agrest is checking in for number 99, Mark Lawrence.
Okay, so as Todd Agresta checks in, the Patriots defense just slipped up that time. Lee managed to get through a hole in the middle, and he gained maybe 4. They'll have 2nd and 7 for the Norsemen on their own 41. Once again, Sundberg steps up to the line, takes the snap and hands off to number 34, Victor Tribuzio, who is stuffed at the line and pushed back for a loss. It'll now be 3rd and 9 on the 39.
He just ran into a brick wall of maroon jerseys. He had no chance. He was hit hard right at the line and just carried back behind the line of scrimmage.
So now with a 1st down at the 49, it'll be 3rd and about 9.5 to go for the Norsemen.
We're going to be looking for a passing play here. Sundberg hasn't shown his arm yet. Back to pass. And looks complete to number incomplete to number 24, Jamie Lake.
The pass was intended for Lake. It was just a little bit low and behind him. They rolled it a trap as he grabbed it after it hit the ground. So now it'll be 4th and about 9 for the Norsemen. And Sundberg is back to punt. Back to receive for the Patriots is number 2, Glenn Knischel. The snap is up. The punt, there's a flags down. The punt is high. On a roll, Knischel takes it on about his 22 and downs it. There are flags, and it looks like it's going to be a legal motion.
There is a flag on the play. We'll have to wait and see if the punt will stand. And it seems to be an illegal procedure on the Norsemen. We'll have to see if they will accept the penalty or not. And it looks as though they're going to re-kick the punt. So once again, Jonathan Sundberg will be doing the punting, and Glenn Knischel will be doing the running.
There's a motion penalty against the Norsemen.
That's going to push them back 5 yards on the punt, so it'll move Knischel up, maybe give him a better chance at a run back. So once again, they step up. It's now 4th and 14, so I think we can rule out any possibility of a trick play. Here's the snap. It's high again. The punt gets off. Knischel takes it on about his 29. Rolls right, gets outside, cuts back in, and makes it out to about the 40. So that's about an 11-yard return.
Good punt there by Sundberg. Had good hang time, got plenty of yards, at least 40 yards that punt. And he provided a good punt in a pressure situation after Norseman penalty.
Sundberg just got that punt off. He was surrounded by red shirts, and he was just crushed after he got the kickoff.
Patriots take possession at about their own 40-yard line. Smith in the game. Looks as though number 34, Tom Keating's in the backfield. And it's a handoff up the middle to number 49, John Jodas, and he gets about a 5-yard gain on the play.
Ball is carried on a play by John Jonas.
John Jodas is 6'1" at 195 pounds, one of the biggest men on the Patriots squad. He just took the handoff and barreled right through the line, which resulted in that 5-yard gain.
Jodas is big, strong, and fast. All 3 key ingredients essential in a superstar running back.
Smith steps up to the line, takes the handoff once again, goes to Jodas, who gets another 2 yards on the play. Then he's stopped by a host of Demarest Norsemen, led by number 65, Chris Johnson.
Gain of about
Off the
3.
Patriots looking at yet another third down and about 3. And Glenn Knisher leaves the game as Jay Vasoda once again checks in for him. Third down and about a long 3 from their own 47-yard line.
Okay, we don't know what'll be going. Smith gets up, hands off to Jodas again, who barrels forward for about 5 yards in the first down. They're past midfield now at about the Norseman 48. It's the first time today the Patriots have been across midfield. It's also their first down. Number 46, Eric Paddock, checks in for number 40, Kyle Hughes. First person to the line, the center in today's game, is number 66, Jay Ressler. Okay, the Patriots set up. Smith takes the snap. Hands off to number 46, Paddock, who gets out for about a 9-yard gain. Well, maybe 8. Went right through a gap in the line.
Ball was carried by number 46.
Patriots have a couple jackrabbits on their squad. Paddock, Vasoda, Jodas, and Lehman can all fly. And for a ground game, that's very essential. And I think the Patriots have one of the best ground games in the NBIL.
The Patriots have yet to throw today. It's now 2nd and 4 on the Norseman 42. Smith takes the snap. Hands off to Jodas, who barrels through the line for another first down. That's their 2nd in a row. Got about a 6-yard gain down to the 36 of the Norseman.
Jodas is just playing a heck of a game thus far. He's been the man in the backfield, chugging along for the yards.
John is very aggressive, and he's big and strong, as I mentioned before, so he should have a very successful season this senior year of his.
Once again, Jay Vasoda is in for the Patriots on the wideout. In the backfield is Jodas and Paddock. The handoff this time goes to Paddock, who breaks through the line, and he'll get another first down on about an 11-yard gain. That was a beautiful play. He went right through a gap on the left side and curved up the middle.
Great blocking by number 51, Lou Brandt, and number 49, John Jodas on the play. As I've mentioned before, blocking is the key for a good ground attack. Glenn Knisher just checked in for Jay Vasoda.
Okay, once again, Smith takes the snap. Hands off to Paddock again, who gets another few yards, maybe 3 or 4 this time, but doesn't get a big break. The line was covered. He gets up to about the 22.
Patriots are quickly moving into field goal range as it's a 2nd and 8 on the Norseman 26-yard line.
Patriots' running game has been very good so far.
As we mentioned, they haven't thrown a pass. Once again, Jay Vasoda checks in for Knisher. Smith takes the snap, flips back to Paddock, who runs around the right side and is taken down by number 24, Jamie Lake, at about the 18. Paddock managed to get around John Chizotis for the block and swept Paddock down when he was near the sidelines.
Patriots have the ball in deep in Norseman territory, the deepest thus far in the game. As there seems to be a timeout on the field. That's a Demarest timeout. The Patriots playing a predominantly running game so far. I think they have only 1 passing play so far in the game.
The thing is, after last week's game, where Casey Smith was 1 for 16, Coach also might be a little bit hesitant to use the passing game this early in the game. He wants to prove his ground attack first.
Well, he's certainly done that so far in the first quarter. As we near the end, with 12 seconds left in the quarter, the Patriots are threatening for the first time today down at their own 18-yard line during this timeout. Excuse me, that should be the Norseman 18-yard line. The water bottles have come in. Patriots take a little break as Coach Olson offers some advice and presumably gives them the next play.
It seems as though number 30, Eric Lehman, will be finished for the day as he has taken his shoulder pads off and his knee is being iced on the sideline.
Okay, so now Coach Olson leaves the field. Wide out for the Patriots on the left side, number 33, DeFria, and number 2, Knisher. In the backfield, 34, Tom Keating, and 49, Zotis. The flip goes to Keating, who cuts inside and gets down to inside the 10-yard line at about the 9 for another first down with 6 seconds left in the quarter.
Patriots keep on moving the ball, and they'd like to score early. As we said in the opening address, they'd like to score as a confidence booster since they were shut out in the opening game last week at Pascack Valley, 19-0.
Number 40, Kyle Hughes, just came in for number 34, Tom Keating. That's going to be the end of the quarter, and the Patriots will move down to the other end of the field.
Wayne Hill 0 and Demarest High School 0.
Go.
The Patriots start off the second quarter, 1st and 10 from the Norseman 14-yard line. So hand off to Jodas up the middle, and he chugs his way for about 5 or 6 yards on the carry, inside the 10-yard line to about the 8.
Another good run by Jodas. He's really the muscle man today, running several draw plays right up the middle. Now Jay Vasuda, number 7, checks in for number 2, Glenn Knischel. On number 22 for the Norseman, Al White comes out of the game. Vasuda lined up wide along with Marcus Afria. Smith takes a snap, hands off once again to Jodas, who is pushed back and stuffed at the line by this host of white jerseys.
Yeah, Jodas didn't have a chance on that play. He just was swallowed up by the white jerseys, and they just out-muscled the Patriots' offensive line on that particular play.
Once again, Knischel switches in for Vasuda, and Tom Keating comes in for Kyle Hughes. The Patriots line just crumbled on that play, but we know they'll rebound. They always do.
3rd and 5 from the 9-yard line. And it's a pitch to Keating, and, a misunderstanding in the backfield as he attempted to do a double reverse to Glenn Knischel, and they just ran into each other, and it's a loss of about 7-8 yards on the play.
The stop was made by number 24, Jamie Lake. The Norseman defense read that play very well. Keating ran around the right end to flip the ball back to Knischel. He was forced by the Norseman to move back, and he ran right into Knischel and stopped the Patriots for a big loss.
It's a 4th and 15, and from the 20-yard line, and Smith is back to pass. They're going forward. He's throwing in the end zone. It's touchdown! Glenn Knischel with a brilliant catch, being guarded by 3 Norsemen. What a catch by Glenn Knischel. I don't even know how he came up with that one. Do you, Dan?
I have no idea, but Knischel is a good receiver. He's the number 1 receiver on the Patriots team, and that's exactly why. In the middle of 3 or 4 white jerseys, he jumped up and brought the ball down and landed with it in the end zone on his back.
You saw the athletic ability of Glenn Knischel to just leap in the air. That was just a brilliant jump by Glenn Knischel. And there's a timeout on the field before the extra point by the Patriots. A misunderstanding. And I don't think there's enough men on the field for the Patriots.
It looked that way. It looked like they were a little confused. They were lined up maybe with only 10 guys. Number 61, Garrett Friedman, came onto the field and gave a little notice to one of the other players. Coach Olson once again came on. He might be discussing they have the option of going for the 2-point conversion. That looks like what they're going to do. The Norseman's head coach is out there to talk to him too. That's Rich Conti.
Now this is just a great confidence booster for Casey Smith. His first touchdown pass of the season. And Glenn Knischel also records his first touchdown pass of the season, because that's the first one for the team. And they scored early on in the game, and they take a 6-0 lead.
Well, Coach Olson comes off the field. Number 62, Mitch Krause, is going to attempt the kick. It's up. And it is good. So the Patriots take a 7-0 lead with 10 minutes left in this first half.
And you hear the fan support here at Wayne Hills.
We have a 7-0 Patriot lead.
Okay, so the Patriots will kick off for the first time today. Kicking off for the Patriots will be number 34, Tom Keating. That was a wonderful touchdown play by the Patriots. They worked it beautifully. Casey Smith's first pass of the day, and it comes down for a score. That was his first pass of the day to cap off what started as about an 80-yard drive, which was started with the punt return by Glenn Knischel. And now the Patriots prepare for the kickoff. Back deep for the Norsemen is number 34, Victor Trebuzio, and number 24, Jamie Lake. Here comes the kick. It's up. It's a very short kick taken by number 45, Alex Hayden, who runs around the left end and is dropped back by the Patriot defense, number 54, Todd Agresta, and number 34, Tom Keating. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Norsemen on their 29.
Todd Agresta showing his great speed and power by making a beautiful hit on the kick return.
Agresta is only 5'11", but that's all muscle. Okay, so the Norseman offense is ready to begin this drive. Quarterbacking is still number 12, Jonathan Sundberg. There is no wideout. In the backfield is number 32, Trebuzio. Sundberg takes it up the middle on a quarterback option. He's running up the field on the sidelines. And he's taken out at the Patriot 32 by number 11, Brian Seck.
Quarterback sneak by number 12.
The Norsemen worked that play beautiful. It was a gain of about 30 yards, maybe more. Sundberg faked the handoff and slipped right up the middle without even being noticed until he was way outside.
Oh, you have to credit that play to the Norseman offensive line. Beautiful blocking. They gave him a big hole, and he just took it straight down the sideline.
Okay, now here come the Norsemen once again. They've broken Patriot territory for the first time today. Sundberg steps up, takes the snap, hands off to number 32, Trebuzio, who gets about 5 yards on the play, down to the Patriot 28.
That was the second straight play that the offensive line gave the big hole to the running backs, and they're just out-muscling the Patriots' defensive line.
That's the name, got the wrong guy. Oh well. Sundberg steps up again. In the backfield is number 44, Greg Zulli. It's a handoff to number 32, Steve Lee, who gets another about 5 or 6 yards. He was hit by number 34, Steve Keating. It's Tom Keating.
He was stopped on the play by Tom Keating for Wayne Hill.
But it will be a first down, so it'll be 1st and 10 on the Patriots 22. And this is the time for the Patriots to hold. They don't want to get the Norsemen inside of scoring range. Wideout is number 24, Jamie Lake. Sundberg takes a snap and sneaks forward again. He breaks forward for a gain of about 5 or 6 before being tripped up by Emil Rostello. It'll now be 2nd down and 4 to go on about the Patriots 15.
Well, they nicknamed the defensive line the Foundation this season, and so far they don't look like they're performing up to their name, as they are just running all over them.
Well, Sundberg's working the sneak very well. He steps up again, takes a snap. This time he hands off to 32, Steve Lake, who is stuffed at the line, taken down by a host of Patriots led by number 55, Tony Lombardo, number 51, Lou Brandt.
Well, they just made me eat my words, as on the next play they come back with a beautiful stand on the line of scrimmage, and that was about a loss of 1 on the play. And we're looking at about 3rd and 2, excuse me. They just changed it to on the 14-yard line of Patriots. We're coming up to about 7:20 left in the first half.
Okay, Sundberg steps up again. Going in motion is number 24, Jamie Lake. The handoff goes to number 32, Steve Lee, who evades a tackle by number 54, Todd Agresta, and runs in for the touchdown.
That was just a missed tackle by number 54, Todd Agresta, in the backfield. It looked like he had him hit all the way, and he just escaped from the grasp of Todd Agresta, and there was just no one behind him, and he walks in for the touchdown. It was
number 32, Steve Lee, on the score there for the Norsemen. Now they'll be attempting the extra point. Kicking and doing just about everything else for the Norsemen. Number 12, Jonathan Sundberg, with 7 minutes left in the first half. Here comes the kick. It's up, and it's good. Excellent kick by Sundberg, and the score's all tied up at 7 here at Patriot Field.
Well, as I said before, it was just a missed tackle, and it was just a really bad play in the backfield, as though it looked like it was going to be a big play for the Patriots defense and a loss of about 5-6 yards on the play. It turns out to be a 15-yard gain for a touchdown, and we're all tied at 7 here. 7 minutes to play in the first half.
That was an interesting drive for the Norsemen. I don't think they went to the air at all. The whole team was carried mainly by Sundberg on a couple beautiful quarterback sneaks and Lee on some hard running.
Yeah, they just barreled through the defense, down after down. Jonathan Sundberg, excuse me, looks as though he's very mobile quarterback, as though he's taken the quarterback sneak down after down without hesitation.
So now the Norsemen prepare to kick off again. Once again, it will be Sundberg kicking. Back to receive deep, number 2, Glenn Knischel. The kick is up. It's a squib kick on the ground, taken by number 33, Mark Zafria, who runs up, dodges a couple tackles, and is eventually brought down at about the Patriots' 43.
Interesting call by the Norseman head coach there on the squib kick, but a beautiful field there by Mark Zafria. It was a high bouncing ball, and that's a tough play. It's a tough play to make. Patriots will start off at their own 42-yard line, and doing the snapping right now is still Jay Ressler.
Okay, the wide out on the left this time is number 2, Glenn Knischel. On the tight end spot is 33, Zafria. The flip goes back to number 46, Paddock, who gets out about 5 or 6 yards and then is stuffed by the white jerseys. It'll be second down and about 7 to go on the Patriots' 46-yard line.
He was hit hard on that play. A lot of white jerseys in on that tackle. As Knischel trots off the field as Jay Visota, number 7, along with number 33, Mark Zafri, will be the wideouts to our side of the field. Casey Smith hands off to number 46, Eric Paddock, and he gets a first down. A pick of about 8 on the play, and he's down across the 50-yard line to the 45-yard line, about the 44-yard line of Demarest.
Paddock got the first down and then some on that play. He ran right through the middle of the Patriot line, creating a big gap for him. He's weaved through and zipped up before being tripped up by the Norseman defense. Now once again, Patriots step up to the line, and Casey Smith is still in at quarterback. He takes the snap and hands off once again to Paddock, who gains another about 5 before being tripped up by number 73, Paul Cho. And also helping out on the defense that play is number 56, Joe Zamparelli.
There's a lot of big boys out on the field and a lot of hard hitting.
Now Paddock comes out of the game. In the backfield, number 40, Kyle Hughes. Once again, wide out is Knischel. The handoff this time goes to John Jodas, number 49. And he gets out, and we'll have to see if that's enough for a first down. They may have to measure.
Both teams are running the ball very well so far in the first half. And they're waiting for the measurement, and it looks as though he's about a yard short of the first down. And it looks like, yes, I think he is short. There has been no call yet, and he is short because the Patriots will be coming out of the huddle.
We're in an official's timeout right now. Looks like they're not sure whether or not he made it enough for the first down. They're going to bring out the chains to measure. Okay, here come the chains. And it's going to be third down and inches. Jodas was just short on that carry.
I look for Jodas to just barrel up the middle. here or give it to Paddock. Both of them are running the ball very well, and they just need a short amount of yards, and I think they're going to be able to get this one.
I'd have to agree. My vote would go for Jodas right up the middle. He's a big man, and he can push right through that line.
Or possibly a quarterback draw on Casey Smith's part. He hasn't run the ball much so far this game, although he's taken 2 or 3 carries to my knowledge.
Yes, he's taken a couple of flip fakes. So now he steps up to the line. We'll see what happens. It's a handoff to Jodas, who goes around the left side and gets out for first down and then more down to about the 26-yard line.
So the Patriots move on. Another impressive drive. And we weren't sure if there would be a letdown or not after letting up that touchdown. But it seems as though the Patriots have come back strong.
A little bit of news on the injured Patriot, Eric Lehman. He's lying down on the Patriot bench with a soft cast on his right leg. The handoff this time goes to Jodas, who barrels through the middle with a little bit of key blocking by number 55, Tony Lombardo, and number 79, Matt Gemma.
Eric Lehman's a great part of this Patriots backfield, and it could be a big loss for them today. But they are running the ball well, and hopefully they can respond without him.
Well, we'll see. He gave him a couple big carries early before being taken out. They fake the handoff to 46, and it's a flip back to number 34, Tom Keating. There's flags down on the play, and he stopped at the 2-yard line by number 45, Alex Hayden, but we'll have to see what those flags meant. They flew in the middle of the play. It was a beautiful fake by Casey Smith, and the flip worked perfectly.
They're going to call this one back, though, folks. It appears to be a holding call on the Patriots. I don't know who it's on, but the referee has signaled holding against the Patriots, so it's going to come back. Tom Keating made a nice run on the play anyway.
So they're going to bring it back. It's going to be second down and 12 to go. Very long 12 for the Patriots on their own 23. Wide right on the play is number 2, Glenn Knischel, also 33 marks to free. In the backfield, 46, Eric Paddock. The handoff goes to no one. It's a fake, and then Casey Smith goes down for the sack.
Casey Smith faked the handoff to Paddock and held on to the ball, appearing to flip it back to another running back. I think it was Jodas, but he was hit hard before he can let go of the ball, and that is the first registered sack of the afternoon for either team.
That's a bad break for the Patriots, as now they have a 3rd down and 13. They're going to be forced to go to the air on this play. Wide right, left, number 2, Glenn Knischel again. It's a fake handoff and a fumble with a penalty on the play. The fumble is recovered to number 34, Tom Keating, on the Patriots. It looked like Smith was attempting to flea flick it back.
There's a flag on the play, though, and we'll have to wait and see what the call is. As it's a call against the Patriots. They haven't signaled what the foul was. Seems to be an illegal procedure on the Patriots, but it was declined by Demarest. So it's a 4th down and a long 18 for the Patriots, and they are bringing on the punting unit. Jay Vasoda will be the punter.
2 men are deep or back, I should say, for the Norsemen. Number 24, Jamie Lake, and number 23, Don McKelvey. The punt is up, it's high, and it's in the end zone, so it'll be brought out to the 20-yard line, and the Norsemen will take over there with about just under 3 minutes left in the first half.
Now that's disappointing for the Patriots offense, because they were putting together what looked to be a very impressive drive, which started off at their own 38-yard line, and they moved the ball very nicely down to the 15-yard line, and then they were hit with penalties. So penalties paid a big price to the Patriots on that possession. Demarest will take over on their own 20-yard line after the touchback. 1st and 10.
The backfield for the Patriots, number 2, Glenn Knischel, and number 11, Brian Seck. Sundberg takes a snap and hands off to number 32, Steve Lee, who tries to jump over number 79, Matt Gemma, and is taken down at about the 23.
That's just an all-pro play by Matt Gemma there. He just hit the running back very hard and just brought his man right down to the ground. That was a gain of about 3 on the play. And Hills takes their second time out of the half.
Well, slowly throughout this game, the stands have been filling up on the Patriots side. There's quite a bit of people here now, and they're all here to root on their high school team. Coach Olson is out to talk to his defense again. The water bottles also come out for the players to have a drink. And Coach Conti is out talking to the Norseman offense.
Patriots will have to buckle down here and just hope that they can hold them and go into the dressing room at halftime tied at 7. Come out in the second half and try to put some points on the board. I think the Patriots would be happy tied 7-7 at the half. On the other hand, the Norsemen would try to put the ball in the air, possibly get into field goal range, and try to take a 10-7 lead.
Well, I think what Coach Olson had to be telling his team right there as he now talks with one of the referees is to get the ball back now, because if they can take the ball at this point in the field, they still have a good position for another score, at least maybe a field goal. Sundberg takes a snap as Lake goes in motion. It's a handout to number 34, Trebuzio, who swings out right and is pushed out of bounds at about the 37-yard line.
A great block by number 65, Chris Johnson, on Demarest, and Tom Keating was just sent to the dirt and made a beautiful block, and that was the main block of the carry.
That was good enough for a first down for the Norsemen. So now they have a 1st and 10 on their own 36, with about 2¼ minutes left in this game in the first half. Once again, Sundberg steps up to the line, takes a snap, gives the handoff to number 44, Greg Zulli, who pushes through for about 5, maybe 6 yards. He was taken down by number 79, Matt Gemma.
Gain of about 8.
Zulli at 5'9", 201 pounds. He's a senior, just barreled through the Patriots' defensive line. And it's a 2nd down and 3 opportunity for Demarest.
Anyway, the Norsemen are in. Wideouts are number 23, Don McKelvey, and number 24, Jamie Lake. It's a pass play. There's flags down. The pass is intended for Lake, but overthrown. And it looks like it's going to be Eagle procedure. There's a little pushing and shoving going on between number 55, Tony Lombardo, and number 65, Chris Johnson.
Sundberg was flattened on the play by number 40, Kyle Hughes. A great hit. And it's an illegal motion penalty against Demarest.
If I'm not mistaken, that's the first penalty against Demarest today. There haven't been too many. As a matter of fact, I believe one of the first calls was on the Patriots' last possession when they were pushed back a good 20 yards by penalties. But this time it's the Norsemen who are getting forced backwards. They'll go back about 5 yards. And now the Patriots defense will try to hold them with about 1.5 minutes left in the half.
Demarest lining up with one wide out. Number 24, Jamie Leake, is in motion, and it's a handoff, and it's fumbled in the backfield by number 32, Victor Trebuzio, but it was recovered, but not till it was a 5-yard loss on the play.
Well, now that's going to put the Norsemen in a very bad position. It's going to give them a 3rd and a very long 16 to go. They're going to almost positive that they will have to pass. Of course, I said this when the Patriots did it, and they tried to run with it.
Trebuzio just couldn't get a handle on the ball on that play. There was no hit on him. He just couldn't get a good handle on the ball.
So now with 3rd and 16 on their 31, Sundberg gets the ball, fakes a handoff to number 44, looks to pass, hits number 24, Jamie Lake, outside for a first down, and then some. He's heading up the sidelines and has stepped out at about the Patriot 40-yard line. That was a good pass. Lake was cut across and was wide open.
Now that was a big play for Demarest because that moves him down to about the 40-yard line of the Patriots, and now if they can just put a pass or two together, they can be in field goal range.
Well, now with 36 seconds left in the half, the Norsemen are working fast, but there's an official's timeout. Now the clock has started again. Sundberg steps up. Number 23, Don McKelvey, is out wide. It's a passing play, and it is blocked by number 51, Lou Brandt. There's also a flag down on the play.
Big Lou Brandt just got the big arms up and swatted that ball away. Lou Brandt, 6'3", 275 pounds. There's a flag on the play. It's an illegal motion against Demarest, so that'll move the ball back. We've got 33 seconds to go in the first half.
The Norsemen will really have to scramble if they want to score now. Once, as we mentioned before, the Patriots' defense is called the foundation. That's because they want to be able to hold their players without giving up any yards. We'll see if they can do that now as the first half is running out and the game gets crucial. Okay, Sundberg takes the snap.
Sundberg is hit hard by John Jodas. That's a fumble. He's sacked by number 49, John Jodas. A big loss on the play. And as the play went on, number 30, Eric Lehman, was carried off the sidelines and back to the dressing rooms. Looks like he's finished for the day.
Sundberg did let go of the ball on that play, but they ruled that his knee was down. He was taken down by number 49, John Jodas, who just broke right through the Norseman defensive line. And that's the end of the half. So they'll go to the dressing rooms tied at 7. We'll come back with the second half.
Patriots retake the field. And to recap the first half highlights, Patriots scored on about a 15-yard pass from Casey Smith and a beautiful reception by Glenn Knischel in the end zone, being guarded by 3 defensive players. And for Demarest, number 32, Steve Lee, made a 15-yard beautiful run. And those were the only 2 scores of the first half. I'm Jason Bigoff here with Dan McDevitt and Harris Frommer. And I'd like to ask Harris what his views are about, how he thinks the Patriots are going to win this game here in the second half.
It's 7-7 at the half. That means it's like a new ball game with half the time. I think they have to establish their ground game like they did in the first half. That was a big key to them scoring. That also sets up their air game, which can be devastating at times with quick people such as Knischel and Vasoda. But I think their main key is holding strong on defense, which their name, the foundation, suggests. And I think the Patriots can win this game.
Our one problem the Patriots are going to have in the second half is that with Demarest having deferred the kickoff in the first half, they'll be receiving, which turns out to work greatly to their advantage. Coming in with a tie game, they'll be having the first possession of the second half. So for the Patriots to win, as Harris said, it'll be a major important part for the defense to come alive and really stop those Demarest Norsemen.
It's a very good point, Dan, about the kickoff. It was an interesting call by the coach of Demarest to elect to kick the ball off in the first half, and it paid off for them because they came out of the first half with a 7-7 tie and holding the Patriots on their first possession. So now the Patriots defense is going to have to buckle down early and try to stop them and see what the offense could do.
Okay, and so now as the Patriots stretch out again for the second half, the Norsemen are coming onto the field again. They're coming from the other side, down by the scoreboard, and pretty soon we'll be underway with the second half of this game. Once again, I'm Dan McDevitt with Jason Bigoff and Harris Fromer, and welcome to Wayne Hills Patriots football in 1990.
As the Patriots football players are getting themselves mentally prepared for the second half confrontation, they're getting themselves psyched up and doing their second half pregame warm-ups.
One other important note from the first half, as the Patriots get ready to play again, they are without important key player number 30, Eric Lehman, who went out in the first quarter with an injured knee. He got hit hard on one play, limped off the field, and was never brought back in. That could hurt the Patriots greatly. But so far, their running game has installed. They've been using number 46, Eric Paddock, and number 49, John Jodas, quite wisely, using sweep plays to the outside and bowling through the middle. So now the Norsemen are led in calisthenics by their captains, number 74, Scott Rosenblum, number 44, Greg Zulli, and number 24, Jamie Lake. The captains come to meet at midfield again.
A player that may be getting unnoticed is number 34, Tom Keating. He had a sensational first half, doing great running, and he's just, he's been building up the yards.
What was that score? I never lied. 31-10, guys. Especially when I laid 13 and a half. Never lied. Never lied.
Here, I got it.
So now the Patriots gather around head coach Olsen once again. They prepare for the second half kickoff. Once again, they will be kicking. Most likely kicking for the Patriots will be number 34, Tom Keating. Also, key players for Demarest in the first half. Number 12, Jonathan Sundberg, who is Demarest quarterback and all-around special player. He's also their punter and kicker and a very good runner. Number 24, Jamie Leake, who had key receptions in the first half. Number 44, Greg Zulli, who's a running back who's big on defense. And number 32, Steve Lee, the only person to score for Demarest. Back to receive for Demarest now for the second half kickoff is number 24, Lake.
Kicking for the Patriots will most likely be Tom Keating, number 34, and in fact it is.
Who's back for them? Lake. Oh, for the Patriots? Lake and Trebuzio.
Steve Lake and Victor Trebuzio, the deep men for Demarest.
Kicking off will be number 34, Tom Keating. Patriots special teams unit, one of the best parts of their team. Here's the kick. It's a good kick.
Fielded by Trebuzio at about the 10-yard line out to the 15-20, and he's taken down at looks as though it's just a face mask penalty on, I'd have to say it looks like it's on number 33, Mark Zafria. The ball's being marked at about the 23, 24-yard line. We'll have to wait for the official call. The ref signaled against the Patriots. He hasn't made a call. They are marking off the yards in Demarest's favor. We'll have to wait for the exact foul.
That penalty could be devastating for the Patriots. You do not want to open up the second half in which you are tied with a penalty like that, 15 yards, because that just puts the Norsemen in great field position.
Demarest will take over with a first down at the 39-yard line.
So Demarest starts off with 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line. Sundberg will be doing the quarterbacking. And it's a handoff to number 34, Victor Trabuzio, and he's hit hard behind the line. First by Jodas and then by Tony Lombardo. Looks as though a loss of 2 or 3 yards on the carry.
Great play there by Jodas. He is very aggressive, and he can cause plays like that to happen. It just benefits the Patriots defense greatly.
I agree with you there, Harris. Joe should just wait and explode.
Well, that's the best way for the Patriots to come back from that penalty. They didn't complain, but they came back and hit hard and pushed them back on the next play.
2nd and 13 for Demarest. Sundberg takes a snap, and he hands it off to number 34, and there's a flag down on the play. Trabuzio took the carry. And it's a gain of about 6 yards on the carry, but we'll have to wait and see what the foul was.
The ref has signaled the penalty against Demarest. Looks like it's going to be a legal procedure, and they're going to move him back. So that'll nullify any gain that they got on that play.
Penalties have been bothering both teams. In the first half, it greatly bothered the Patriots. When they were driving and deep in Demarest territory, they got hit hard with 2 penalties, cumulative of about 15, 20 yards, I'm not sure. And now Demarest has 2nd and a very long 18 on their own 34-yard line.
We'll have to see how Demarest plays this down. Jamie Lake is wide left for the Norsemen, covered by number 54, Todd Agresta. Sundberg takes a snap, gives the handoff to number 32, Steve Lee, who sweeps around the left end, cuts through a couple Patriot defenders, and is eventually taken down by number 2, Glenn Knischel, also assisted by number 79, Matt Gemma.
Gain maybe 8 yards, 9 yards on that play. Good play there by Lake. Excuse me, by Lee. Tackle was by Knischel, who was assisted by Brian Seck. 3rd and 9 on the Norseman 40-yard line with just under 10 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Once again, the score is tied, 7-7.
No man wide and it's a handoff. No, he holds it, and he throws, and it's swatted by number 34, Tom Keating, and once again, Kyle Hughes just literally flattens the quarterback, number 12, Jonathan Sundberg.
And not only that, but the intended receiver,
34, Tom Keating, that'll bring up a 4th down for the Norsemen.
the intended receiver was hit very hard by number 11, Brian Seck, after the ball was blocked. Now they're punting. The Patriots just put on an extra man. That's number 34, Tom Keating. Punting for Demarest is number 12, John Sundberg. It's a high snap. The punt is high. Knischel takes it, drops the ball, and then falls on it. And so the Patriots will take over offense on their own 29-yard line.
Smart play by Knischel. He drops that ball, it gets by him, and a Norseman defender gets it. Just run 20-some-odd yards to a touchdown. Great play there by Glenn Knischel.
Patriots had some confusion on that play, only having 10 men on the field. Tom Keating was a late arrival. He just made it under the whistle.
Okay, so now out left for the Patriots, Glenn Knischel and Mark Zafria. Casey Smith still at the helm, and he takes a snap and flips it back to number 49, John DeZotis. It is fumbled and recovered by the Norsemen.
It appears that, yep, the Norsemen do have it. Demarest will take possession at the Patriots' 23-yard line, 22-yard line. Excuse me, 26-yard line.
That last play could be devastating in the outcome of this game if the Norsemen come and score, because the Norseman defense has been pretty strong as of late, and a lapse in the Patriot defense right here can put the Norsemen on the board further.
I agree with Harris. That could be a deadly play because now the Norsemen take over deep inside Patriots territory. John Sundberg steps up to the line, takes the ball, fakes the handoff, and swings around to take it himself on the left end. He's hit hard behind the line by number 43, Charles Boniface, for a loss of about 5 yards. That was a great defensive play by the Patriots Foundation.
Well, it was clear on that play that the Patriots were ready to take the challenge of stopping Demarest after losing the ball deep in their own territory. We'll have to wait and see if the Patriots can rise to the occasion and hold them.
Boniface is a sprinter on the track team, and he showed his prowess right there on that play, giving the Norsemen a loss of yardage.
There's a timeout on the field. Coach Olson out on the field talking to his players.
Both coaches out right now. It was a timeout versus Demarest. I mean, a timeout taken by Demarest. And they're blue and white.
That play by Charlie Boniface was a very big play because that also moves Demarest out of field goal range when they were deep in Patriots territory and seemed like they were ready to drive, or if they couldn't get anything going, they could have kicked the field goal. But now they have to do some, pick up some heavy yards to get back into range.
Demarest is a young team. You know, they have mostly juniors, so this is sort of like a rebuilding year for them. We should be seeing much more out of them next year.
Well, this will bring up a 2nd down and 15 yards to go for the first for the Norsemen. Timeout is over. The coaches leave the field. And they step up to the line. The wide left is number 24, Jamie Lake. Sundberg's in shotgun formation. He takes a snap. It's a pass to Jamie Lake. It's complete down at the 10. And that's where he goes down, taken down by number 43, Charles Boniface.
He was just left unguarded, wide open in the middle of the field, and made a nice catch and then ran some.
Great pass there by Sundberg. He just saw Lee out in the open and connected with him. And you have to do that to win big games, and he did that.
Well, that gives them a 1st down also. It's now 1st down and 10 on the 10, which puts the Norsemen well inside scoring position. Sundberg takes the snap, goes through himself on the quarterback sneak, and is stopped short of the touchdown at about the 3-yard line.
He just pushed his way right up the middle through the Patriots defensive line, and we're looking at a 2nd down and 3 on the 3-yard line.
So now we have to see if the Patriots defense can support its foundation here. It's a 2nd and 3 on the 3, and we have to see what the Patriots defense is made out of here. Goal line stand.
That's right, Harris. This is what it's all about for the Patriots defense. And it's a handoff to number 44, Greg Zulli, and he's taken down on about the 1-yard line. I don't think he got in. He did not get in, and looking at 3rd and goal from the 1. Big play for the Patriots defense coming up.
That was number 44, Greg Zulli. It was a good, well-conceived play, but he was stopped short of the touchdown by number 40, Kyle Hughes, and number 79, Matt Gemma. Now I'd have to look here myself for a sneak by Sundberg as they step up to the line. He takes a snap. It's a handoff to Steve Lee, and he's in for the touchdown.
We have a 1-yard running play by 32, Steve Lee.
Good play there by Steve Lee. Just brawled right in there through the Patriot defense. He found a hole and brawled right in there. Good blocking by the Norsemen offensive tackles as the Norsemen get on the board once again. Score 13-7 in favor of the Demarest Norsemen.
Well, that's Steve Lee's 2nd touchdown on the afternoon. His first one was a 15-yard run, and this one was a 1-yard run. So Steve Lee seems like he's the main guy in the backfield for the Norsemen.
Well, now the Patriots will be looking to block the extra point so they can come back. But the kick is up, and it is good. That was Sundberg kicking. So now the Patriots will receive the kickoff after the score as Demarest leads 14-7 with 7 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
Well, now this is a crucial part of the game now. 7 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. The Patriots, after turning the ball over to Demarest deep in their own territory, they're going to have to show some offensive production now to get themselves back in this.
You're right, Jason. The Patriots have to shun everything else out of their mind. The only thing that matters is scoring to them. They're down by 7. They have plenty of time to come back, tie, and even win over the Demarest Norsemen here today.
Well, back deep for the Patriots is number 2, Glenn Knischel. Kicking off for the Norsemen will, of course, be number 12, Jonathan Sundberg. The special teams unit, as I mentioned, is a very strong part of the Patriots game when it's very conceivable for Knischel to put the ball in very good positions for the Patriots to come back and score on this next drive.
Sundberg will be doing the kicking. And it's a line drive kick fielded by number 40, Kyle Hughes, at the 20-yard line. He's out to the 35, to the 40, to the 40, about to the 40-yard line. Good run back by Kyle Hughes.
Here's great blocking by the rest of his teammates on that play. He was about a gain of maybe 20 yards. It was a nice kick, line drive type kick, with not with good hang time, but it got there and it did the job. But Kyle Hughes with a great run back.
Well, that puts the Patriots in pretty fair position for this next drive. They're starting near midfield. The wide out left is Glenn Knischel. Smith takes the handoff, fakes the handoff, and runs around the left side. He gets a key block from Knischel and goes down at about midfield.
Smith had all the room in the world. He just lost his footing, but he did have a nice run anyway, picking up about 9 yards on the carry. Looking at a 2nd and 1 on the 49-yard line.
Tremendous blocking play by Knischel. He got the only defender that was capable of getting to Smith out of the way, and that's why Smith gained 9 yards on the play.
Okay, wide left is Mark Zafria. Smith takes the snap. This time he gives it to number 46, Eric Paddock, who breaks through the line for a first down and then some and gets into the Demarest 40-yard line and just a little bit past there.
Great run by Paddock and a tremendous blocking play by Lou Brandt and Tony Lombardo.
Eric Paddock's a brilliant athlete, and he showed his athleticism on that play, just chugging right up the middle. He got a hole and took it. So the Patriots, with yet another first down, they're at the Demarest 38-yard line. It's a handoff to Paddock, and he's hit hard at the line of scrimmage, and about a gain of 1 or 2 on the play.
Ball was carried by Paddock.
Well, Paddock is a very good runner, but that time he just had nowhere to go as he was surrounded by white shirts, led by number 73, Paul Cho. Now number 33, Mark Zafria, comes out of the game, replaced by number 43, Charles Boniface. Wide right is number 2, Glenn Knischel. Smith takes the snap, hands off to Paddock again. He breaks through the middle this time and gets down to about the 30-yard line, about 1.5 yards short of the first down.
That was just great blocking by the Patriots offensive line, along with great running by Eric Paddock.
Paddock providing the Patriots with timely running ability, and it's showing here as 3rd and 2 for the Patriots on the 31-yard line. Gain of about 8 yards on the play.
Paddock remains in the backfield, along with, it looks like, John Jodas. And it's a handoff to number 49, John Jodas, and he's got a first down. Down to the 25-yard line.
Jodas, the main fullback in the Patriots offense. He's a good, strong runner, and he's hard to stop. Once again, the Demarest defense this time was led by number 73, Paul Cho.
Okay. Knischel's replacing Zafria. Okay, now the Patriots have to be careful here. They can't get any penalties called against them, just like last drive. They have a great opportunity here to put some more points on the board.
That's a good point, Harris, about the penalty situation. They got to stay clean. It's a handoff to Paddock. Paddock's got running room. 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Eric Paddock. Beautiful blocking at the line of scrimmage, and he just took the hole right in for a touchdown.
Once again, great blocking by number 55, Lombardo, number 51, Brandt. And Paddock just found a hole and motored right through it. Great run by Eric Paddock.
Well, that shows the Patriots' ability to come back down 14-7 after that opening drive touchdown by the Norsemen. Several great runs by Eric Paddock. Now they've taken a timeout, but they come away with a score, and I'd have to believe that they're going to go for the 2-point conversion to put them in the lead right here.
The Patriots definitely showed me something on that play. After being down 14-7, Great running by Eric Paddock and John Jodas, and great blocking by Lombardo and Branton are back on the board, 14-3.
That's absolutely right, Harris. They showed me something too to come back. Showed a lot of heart on the offense there, and I'd have to think that Chris Olson, he's talking about a 2-point conversion here. The Patriots need a win. They lost the first game. I think they got to win here. A tie won't cut it. They gotta go for it.
Well, we're gonna see. Mark Zafria is out of the game for the moment. Smith is still in there, along with number 49, John Jodas, 99, Mark Lawrence. Well, now Demarest coach Rich Conti is leaving the field with just over 4 minutes left in the quarter. Now Coach Olson comes off the field, and we'll see what happens.
And it appears that the Patriots are going for the 2-point conversion as Smith lines up behind the center. And it seems as though there's a timeout by the Patriots. They tried to draw them off sides, it appears, as Coach Olson comes back out onto the field.
That could be a problem for the Patriots, as they've just taken their second timeout in a row, and they've only got one left with a whole quarter to go. But we'll see what happens now. I'd have to believe that after they were set up for the conversion, now they'll probably go for the field goal, because Demarest has to be expecting the conversion.
Key play here for the Patriots. They make this 2-point conversion. They got the lead and can just ride on their own momentum.
I got to think that they're going to go to try to kick the extra point here. It was interesting strategy by Coach Olson there, and just didn't work out, I guess. He didn't like what he saw on the defensive standpoint, so he called a timeout. We'll have to wait and see what the Patriots set up. And we're about ready to go. Casey Smith remains in the game as Olson walks off the field. So there could be a chance, and it looks as they are still going for the 2-point conversion.
Wide right for the Patriots is number 2, Glenn Knischel. In the backfield, they're Paddock and Jodas. It's going to be a pass play. It's for Knischel, and it is good, but there are flags down. We'll have to see what that could be. That could give the Patriots the lead. And if the penalty goes against Demarest, that'll give them good position for the kickoff.
Great play there by Hills, Smith to Knischel. I think it's going to be a common sight this year. And Hill, like I said, Hills is just riding on their momentum now.
From where the Patriots players are signaling, it looks as though it's against Demarest. And now it appears it is against Demarest, and it is declined, and it's a 2-point conversion. Casey Smith hooked up with Glenn Knischel for the 2-point conversion, and the Patriots take a 15-14 lead with 4:13 remaining in the third quarter. And you can hear the fan support here at Wayne Hills High School.
Well, the Patriot fans just went wild after that one. Not only do they get the touchdown, they then take the lead with the 2 points on another brilliant catch on the pass from Casey Smith to Glenn Knischel. Now number 34, Tom Keating, will be kicking off to number 24, Jamie Lake, and number 34, Victor Tribuzio. The ref signals to start the clock. And here's a kickoff. It's a good kick by Keating. It's taken by Jamie Lake at about his 6-yard line. He's running around the right end and taken down at right about the 20-yard line by number 35, Charlie Carmichael, but there are flags down on the play.
I think that's going to be a late hit penalty on the Patriots, but I'm not sure. They haven't signaled, and it is against the Patriots. And it's a face mask, it looks like.
And we have another penalty.
We have to wait for the official signal. They are moving the chains upward, so it looks as though it is definitely against the Patriots. A 15-yard face mask penalty, and that's not what the Patriots wanted to hear right now after coming off a brilliant drive and to cap it off with a 2-point conversion.
Well, that hurts the Patriots a lot because it gives the Norsemen a much better field position than they would have had. But I've got to believe that the Patriots defense can come back. Now Sundberg takes a snap. Ball is given to number 32, Steve Lee, and he is stopped after a gain of about 1.
Yeah, that was great defense by the Patriots. And there seems to be a lot of pushing and shoving going on after the play now. No gain on the play.
We're happy to announce that the blue supply of hot dogs has arrived, and they're ready to go at the refreshment stand.
Well, Jonathan Sundberg is back behind the center. And it's a handoff to number 32, Steve Lee, as he can't turn the corner, swallowed up by the maroon jerseys. A gain of about 1 on the carry. Great defense.
Big play there by the Patriot defense as they got Lee down as he was about to turn in. And it's 3rd and 8 on the Norseman 41-yard line.
The initial hit on that play was made by John Jodas, I believe, followed by a whole bunch of players. There's now an injured player down on the field. It's a Demarest player. We can't tell what the number is just yet, but the trainers have come out to take a look at him. Looks like it's number 32, Steve Lee, and that could hurt the Norsemen a lot. He's been their key runner during this game.
That's exactly right, Dan. He has both of their touchdowns, and they were both rushing touchdowns, so he's having a field day on the run. And you could see the excitement on the defense of the Patriots as they are just psyched up in the backfield.
Well, it's an official's timeout while they check out the injured player, so the Patriots have a little bit of time to catch their breath. So, of course, to the Norsemen. But now it is number 32, Steve Lee. He's being helped off the field, limping a little, but he's able to walk off on his own 2 feet. And so we'll have to see if he'll return during the rest of the game.
The final on the Giants game is Dallas 17 and the Giants 31.
Well, now once again, the clock is going, and the Norsemen step up to the line. In the shotgun formation is number 12, Jonathan Sundberg. Wide left is number 24, Jamie Lake. Snap is taken. The pass is up. It's to number 84, Robert Dorfman, and it's complete for a gain of about 5 yards.
Dorfman is extremely big. He's a 6'5", sophomore, only weighing 185 pounds, though. And it was a gain of about 4 on the play, and we're looking at a 4th and 6 for Demarest, and it appears that they're bringing on the punting unit.
Well, it's now going to be 4th and 6 on the Norseman 43. They're going to be punting. Number 2, Glenn Knishel's back to receive. Number 12, Jonathan Sundberg is their punter. The kick is up. It's shortened to the side, but it's fielded by Knischel, who takes it and begins his run. He's running around the right side. He's got some room. And he goes down at about the 45, taken down by 3 Norsemen led by number 65, Chris Johnson.
Number 54, Todd Agresta, put a great deal of pressure on the punter, Jonathan Sundberg. He was right in his face and almost got a piece of the ball.
Great run there by Knischel. It looked as if for a moment he might be able to break free, but a couple Norseman defenders caught up with him.
All right, well, now the Patriots start their possession. Wide right, Knischel into free. Smith takes the snap and hands off to Jodas, who barrels right up the middle for a gain of 5 or 6. Quick draw, good play, and it's with guaranteed results.
49, John Jodas. And he was brought down by
And Glenn Knischel leaves the game as number 7, Jay Vasoda, re-enters. as the Patriots come back up to the line of scrimmage, and a timeout taken by Demarest, it looks like. And there's definitely a timeout on the field.
Looks like there's a timeout on the field.
Timeout, I guess, was called by Demarest. That's what it looks like. Coach Conti's a little slow, but he's out coming onto the field to talk to his players. Coach Olson was out there quickly to talk to his players. And we'll have to see what they're talking about.
Now, this is a great opportunity for the Patriots here. If they can possibly put a touchdown on the board here, they can. That means Demarest will have to have 2 touchdowns to tie or win this game. With 1:19 remaining in the third quarter, they don't have all the time in the world. The Patriots offense will have to click, and they'll have to do the job.
Well, we've seen the Patriots offense working well today, especially led by the running of John Dotis and Eric Paddock. Also, the first score coming from the arm of Casey Smith, the second one by Paddock's running. Now they approach the line, and Knischel and Zafria out right. It's a handoff to Paddock, who gets past the line a little for a gain of maybe 2. It'll make it about a 3rd and 3 to go. Harris, what do you think they'll do on this next down?
It's about 3rd and 3. I can see Smith passing with a 1-point lead, but Coach Olson is a little bit conservative, so you really never know.
Especially the way the running game's been so effective this afternoon. I'd have to say they're going to keep the ball on the ground. They got a 3rd and 3 here with a minute to go in the third quarter. Kyle Hughes checks back into the game from Mark Zafria. And Eric Paddock also exits the game. Big down for the Patriots. Patriots enter the line. Casey Smith slowly makes his way up to the line of scrimmage. And there are flags down. It looks like they took too long or someone moved on the line.
Well, it looks like it was motion by either number 51, Lou Brandt, or number 55, Tony Lombardo. So that'll set him back 5, which gives him a 3rd and 8 long yards to go, which could be a real problem. I would think that would usually be a cinch to put the ball in the air. Now, especially now that Knischel is back in the game. But also Paddock comes back in as Kyle Hughes exits. So it could also be a running play. Now number 7, Vasoda, is back in the game. And number 99, Mark Lawrence, exits.
That's a good point, Dan. If I was Coach Olson, I'd probably send in the passing nod also. Smith fakes the handoff. He's rolling to his right, throws across the middle. Wide open Glenn Knischel at the 30-yard line. Still on his feet and to the 20 and hit and finally brought down at the 20-yard line. Beautiful play. 25-yard line, excuse me. Beautiful play by Casey Smith, and Casey Smith, he's got to be feeling good. He's having a great passing day.
I think more importantly on that play was the blocking by the Patriot offensive line led by Ristello, Lombardo, Brandt, and company. They just gave Smith plenty of time to let one loose, and Smith had a great pass on that play.
And that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. And the Patriots have a 15-14 lead, and they are driving.
Well, now with the Patriots on... Okay, well, now that the Patriots are driving, they've got the momentum. And they had a chance to catch the breather with the end of the third quarter there. They're in great position to score, and if they can get the touchdown now, they can almost put this game out of reach for Demarest.
I think they should nickname Glenn Knischel Mr. Excitement, because that's what he's been this afternoon. He's been coming up with the big catch time after time. He has a big touchdown catch, and he also has the 2-point conversion reception, and now a big play from Glenn Knischel.
Well, now the Patriots are at the line of scrimmage. Casey Smith takes a snap and hands up to Eric Paddock as the flags fly. Paddock gets about an 8-yard gain into about the 17, but now we'll have to see what the flags are. Casey Smith moving back. It looks like it's going to be against the Patriots. We'll be waiting for the official's call. They're definitely moving it back. It's a 5-yard penalty against the Patriots. They haven't signaled what it is yet. Well, it's an illegal procedure penalty against Wayne Hills. We're not sure just who it's against.
Patriots back in the huddle. They're looking at a 1st and 15 on the 30-yard line. And they come up to the line of scrimmage. Knischel is the wideout. Paddock and Jodas in the backfield. It's a handoff to Paddock. Paddock up the middle, and he picks up about 4 yards on the carry. We're looking at about a 2nd and 11 now.
Well, although penalties are never good, it's best for the Patriots that it came on a 1st down because it still gives them 4 downs to recover the yardage. They started there on the 1st down by getting about 4 yards to give them a 2nd and 11. And we'll be looking, they want to move back inside field goal range at least. But I know if I'm Coach Olson, I got to believe that he's going for the touchdown here all the way. Jay Vasoda is now wide right for the Patriots. It's a fake handoff, and it's a pass to number 99, Mark Lawrence, who then drops the ball.
Oh, that one was a great pass from Casey Smith. Mark Lawrence can't complain about that one. Hit him right in the numbers. But now we're looking at a 3rd and a long 11 as they bring on the receivers, it looks like. This will most likely be a passing down for the Patriots.
Well, that was a perfect pass to Mark Lawrence, but I believe that was a timing play. Maybe he just wasn't ready on his count. Well, now Zafria and Knischel are wide out right for the Patriots. It is a pass from Smith, and it's Smith's thrown, but there's a flag on the play, and it looks like it's going to be interference against number 45, Alex Hayden, against number 2, Glenn Knischel, who the pass was intended for.
Yeah, he hit Glenn Knischel when the pass was just released, and Knischel had no opportunity to get the ball. And we're waiting for the official's call now. This is a crucial call for the Patriots. It could mean in field goal range or out of field goal range as both teams await the call. Got 10:57 remaining in the 4th quarter. The Patriots lead 15-14 as they tack the yards off against Demarest, and it is a big penalty.
That was one thing Demarest did not want to do right there. Pass interference is a 15-yard penalty, and that moved the Patriots into good position. It's also going to give them the 1st down. So instead of having the 4th down and 11, they now have a 1st down and 10 on the Demarest 13.
Anytime you get hit with a pass interference penalty, it's going to hurt you. Well, Knischel the wideout, and it's a handoff to John Jodas. He's got running room. 5, touchdown, John Jodas. Big run for John Jodas. Great blocking for the Patriots offensive line. And Wayne Hills now leads it 21-14. Beautiful run by Jodas.
You always call the home touchdowns.
Well, that was just a great running play by John Jodas as the offensive line of the Patriots opened a gap up for him that was as wide as the Grand Canyon, and he rumbled through. So that's going to give the Patriots a 21-14 lead. The kick is up by Mitch Krause. And it is good, so it'll be 22-14 Wayne Hills with just about 11 minutes left in the 4th quarter. That's left in the game, and that could put it almost out of reach for the Norsemen.
Now the importance of that score was Wayne Hills goes up by 8 points. That means Demarest will need not only a touchdown, but they will have to convert on a 2-point conversion. Unless they can score early, then they will have a chance to come back with a field goal or a touchdown to try to win this game. But now it's up to the Patriots defense. They call themselves the foundation. Let's see if they can prove it now. I think they can.
Well, so far the story has been the offense, but now as number 34, Tom Keating, prepares to kick off to number 24, Jamie Lake, and number 34, Victor Trabuzio. It's going to put even more pressure on the special teams, and we're going to see what's going to happen right here. The official signals to start the clock. The kick is up. It's a good kick. It goes to Trabuzio. He takes it at about the 10 and gets out to about the 25 before he is stomped on by the Patriots, led by number 25. That's Bob Grabowski. And number 40, Kyle Hughes.
Now, Bob Grabowski is an interesting story. Last season, he broke both of his ankles, and And I'm happy to see him back in a Patriots uniform, and I'm sure everyone in this crowd is as well.
Well, we'll see what's going to happen now. Now the Patriots are set up. Sundberg takes the snap and hands off to looked like number 54, Ken Meyer, but we're not exactly sure. But whoever it was, the ball went absolutely nowhere. Oh, it looks like the handoff was the number 44, Zulli, with a block by Meyer, but the ball went absolutely nowhere.
Well, you'll be happy to know that Harris Farmer has rejoined us up in the booth. And Harris, how do you see the rest of this game going?
I think it should be a Patriot victory. John Joe just made a fabulous run into the Norseman end zone, as the score indicates, by 21-14 in the Patriots' favor, with 9:46 left to go. And handoff. Good yardage, buddy. A stop by number 11, Brian Seck. Great play there by Jamie Lake, but Brian Seck stopped him.
Well, once again, Jamie Lake shows how well he can play this game. He's been a big story for Demarest today. Almost as big as number 32, Steve Lee, before he was taken out. But Lake just although he has no points, Lake is getting the key runs for the Norsemen. And that's giving them a first down and 10 to go on the 39. The Patriots secondary is Brian Seck and Glenn Knischel. Sundberg takes the snap, goes back for the pass, launches it deep to number 23, Don McKelvey, and it is going to be incomplete, out of bounds. The ball was caught, but McKelvey was already out when he grabbed the pass.
Now that's an interesting call by the Demarest coaching staff on a 1st and 10 on their own 39-yard line to go deep like that. They've been running the ball so well all game.
It almost paid off as Sundberg almost unleashed a 25-yard pass, but he was out of bounds. So the Patriots get lucky.
They bought a break that time. And there's a personal foul against the Patriots, and that penalty in particular is going to cost them 15 yards, and it's been hurting them all day.
Well, they're going to feel that penalty in the morning if it hurts the outcome of the game. That was a major one right there. Not only did they did not get the gain on the play, but with the penalty, it's going to give them another first down at the Patriot 45. Now Sundberg takes the snap, and it's a quarterback sneak. He tries to push through and gets maybe 3 or 4 yards.
The Patriots D just has to show what they're made of now. This is what it's all about. We're under 9 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Home opener, Wayne Hills High School, Patriots Field, 22-14, Patriots leading. The defense has to come through here. 2nd and 7 for Demarest on the Wayne Hills 43-yard line. Number 24, Jamie Lake is the wideout. Sundberg hands it off to number 32, and Steve Lee. He's back in the game. He returned from an injury, and it appears to be a first down for the Demarest Norsemen. Brian Seck made the hit on that play, and it is a first down.
A touchdown here and a successful 2-point conversion is a tie game once again, so Patriot defense has to be tough.
That's right, Harris. The big 2-point conversion could kill you. No wideouts for Demarest. And it's a reverse to number 24, Jamie Lake, and it's a 9-yard gain for Demarest. Jamie Lake's having a great day. Beautiful day. All the running backs on Demarest, Jamie Lake, Steve Lee, Greg Zulli, and Victor Tribuzio are all having great days on the ground.
Now the Patriots, one more game like that for Demarest, and they'll be inside field goal range. So the Patriots have to absolutely stop them with no ands, ors, or buts about it right now. Sundberg steps up to take the snap with no wideouts. fakes the handoff and goes for the pass. And he is hit in the backfield. Sacked hard by number 40, Kyle Hughes, and number 79, Matt Gemma. That was a great play on the defense.
Kyle Hughes showed what he was made of on that play. Coming from behind, he sacked Sundberg, and it's a key play for the Wayne Hills defense here in the fourth quarter.
Sundberg's going to wake up tomorrow night or tonight having nightmares about Kyle Hughes. He's been getting hammered by Hughes all day. Matt Gemma also played a big part of that play.
Well, here's where what it comes down to. With just under 7 minutes left in the game, the Patriots defense is going to stop them right now. If they're in shotgun formation, Sundberg takes a snap and looks to pass. And he hits number 24, Lake, across the middle, but there is a flag down on the play.
24, Steve Lake, and he was tackled on a play by Glenn Knischel.
The hit was delivered by number 2, Glenn Knischel, at about the 15-yard line onto Lake.
Penalty flag.
As we await the referee's call, it appears to be against Wayne Hills. And it seems to be a big penalty the way the referee is counting off the yards. Holding against Wayne Hills. That'll get you every time. That'll hurt. Deep in their own territory. As they declined the call because they did get the first down after a completion by Steve Lake, and we're looking at a 1st and 10 on the Wayne Hills 15-yard line. The 20-yard line, excuse me. As once again, John Sundberg comes out in the shotgun formation. 2 men wide to the right. Sundberg back to pass. Sundberg throwing in the end zone. Touchdown. That's a touchdown for number 24, Jamie Lake. It looks like it's Jamie. Yep, Jamie Lake with a beautiful 15-yard reception from Jonathan Sundberg, and we're 22-20.
Jamie Lake showed amazing speed on that one play, and Sundberg showed me a good arm on that. A great play by the Demarest Norseman.
That's right, Harris. He did show me a good arm, too. Great composure and great patience on the part of John Sundberg because he was getting blitzed heavily by the Patriots defense. And there's a timeout on the field by Wayne Hills.
Well, that's Wayne Hills' last timeout. But now I got to believe, with just over 6 minutes left in the game, down 22-20, Coach Conti is going to send Demarest for the 2 points, which means it'll be up to the special teams defense of Wayne Hills to stop them here and then give the offense another chance to score.
Okay, the way I see this is the game here. If the Patriots can stop the 2-point conversion, they will have a 22-20 lead and will get the ball back, and then they'll be able to run the clock out if the running game continues to work. But if they do connect with the 2-point conversion, it's a brand new ball game, and the Patriots will have to respond with a field goal or a touchdown to win this game. As I said before, they lost their opening game. They come in with an 0-1 record. They got to go for the win here. They don't want to be 0-1-1. Sorry.
Well, we talked about what Coach Olson is giving what pep talk he's giving his players. But now the fans over in the Demarest side have something to be excited about. Their team just down 24-20 and comes back with a big important score right now. When Coach Olson comes off the field, they're going for the 2 points. The Patriots have to stop them right now. Number 24, Jamie Lake, is wide. It's a pass. And, John Jodas had a hand on him, but it doesn't go down, and it is good. Number 84, Robert Dorfman, that 6'5" sophomore, caught the pass for the 2-point conversion.
That has got to be the most bizarre play I've seen in my 3 years covering high school football. I mean, it was certain that Wayne Hills defense had Sundberg down, but he slipped and slid his way through the arms of Wayne Hills defenders and managed to find Robert Dorfman.
John Jodas had him in the grasp. I thought he was sacked all the way there and just threw a a high pass to the corner of the end zone, just over the fingertips of Brian Seck, and we're tied at 22 with 6 minutes, 12 seconds to play in the fourth quarter.
And we're starting the game all over again here. Whoever can score now is going to come away with the victory. I'll do it. So now number 12, Sundberg is going to kick off for the Norsemen. Back to receive deep. Number 2, Glenn Knish, along with number 35, Charlie Carmichael, number 49, John Jodas, and the other Patriots. The kick is up. It's a good kick. It goes to Knish on about the 4-yard line, and he takes it out. He's broken through the middle, and he gets out to about the 30-yard line. There's a flag on the play. We'll have to see what it's against, and the Patriots got to hope it's against the Norsemen.
Glenn Knish with about a 10, 15-yard return on the play. And we have to wait to see what the call is. This is a crucial call now. The official. And they are, it is against Wayne Hills, holding against Wayne Hills. The Patriots are just hurting themselves down after down with these penalties.
Coach Olson is a bit disappointed the performance of his Patriots in the last couple minutes, but the Patriots just have to rebound, shut everything out of their minds, and come back and win this ball game.
That's right, Harris. They got to buckle down now and see what the offense is made of. Glenn Knish wide out. And it's a handoff to, no, Smith takes it himself. He's got running room. He's out to the 30, 35, 40, down at the 40-yard line. But once again, there is a penalty flag.
The flags flew just after the snap. The tackle was made by 24, Jamie Lee, the do-it-all man for Demarest. It looks like we're going to have illegal motion against the Patriots, though. That's really hurting them now. Number 99, Mark Lawrence, signals his disgust at the call. With the game tied now, the Patriots have got to work hard.
If it wasn't for penalties, I think the Patriots would have this game in hand right now.
That's just a phase of the game, Jay, that you just have to get out of the way, and the Patriots have not been able to do that today. Penalties are hurting them more than the Demarest offense.
5-yard illegal motion penalty against Wayne Hills.
That's the key word to this game so far for the penalty for the Patriots. It's been penalties, penalties, penalties.
That moved them back to about their own 15-yard line. They're going to have to work as hard as they possibly can right now to get back and get the scores to win the game. And Coach Olson is rather upset at what's going on.
Knish wide out to our end of the field here, and it's a fake. Casey Smith is hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down for a loss of 1 on the play. I'm sorry, he gained 1 on that play, and we're looking at a second down and a long 14. Now this is interesting here because if the Patriots can't convert a first down, they are deep in their own territory, and it looks as though Demarest will get good field position with about 3.5 minutes to go. They'll probably get the ball back. Right now, there's about 4:45 to play.
You're right. If they do have to give up the ball, you just better hope that Jay Vasoda gives them a great punt.
That's right, Harris. And Smith takes a snap. He's back to pass. He's throwing across the middle. Complete to Glenn Knish for a first down. We called him Mr. Excitement before, and he comes through again with a big first down.
Glenn Knish, Mr. Acrobatic for Wayne Hills here, leaped up and made a tremendous grab of that pass by Casey Smith. He's making KC look like a great quarterback. Not to take anything away from KC. He's rebounded strongly since last week's bad game against Pascagoula Valley.
Well, the big story for the Patriots so far today has to be their offense. They put 22 points on the board with 2 touchdown passes. Smith fakes a handoff, and the defense goes for it. He runs himself, but only gains about a half a yard. He took too long to get moving, and the defense caught on to his trick.
Well, no matter how the game is ended with a win or a loss, the Patriots have to be happy with their offensive performance. They put up 22 more points than they did last week, so that's a plus. The Patriots come out of the huddle, 2nd and 8 on their own 37-yard line. Casey Smith seems to be having some confusion. Knischel comes out of the backfield. Casey Smith back to pass. A little pass underneath to Glenn Knischel. That looks like he's going to have enough for a first down.
Well, this is the way the Patriots got to work now. With 3.5 minutes left in the game, they just got to keep consistently moving the ball forward across the field. If they can hold on to the ball, get the score, and run out the time, Demarest will have almost no chance to come back and score again.
Smith with his crafty precision passing, leading Wayne Hills slowly but surely down the field into scoring position.
And the Patriots come out of the huddle. 3.5 minutes to go, fourth quarter, 22 all. 1st and 10 on their own 47-yard line. No wideouts. Casey Smith hands off to Eric Paddock. Eric Paddock's got running room, picks up about 5 yards, still chugging his way for that extra yard. Picks up about 6 yards on the carry. Sheer power of the legs on the part of Eric Paddock.
Well, that'll give the Patriots about a 2nd down and 4 yards to go on the 47 of Demarest. They've crossed midfield once again. Paddock comes out of the game now. Jay Vasoda is in. Glenn Knischel is lined up in the backfield. Vasoda is wide along with Zafria. The handoff is faked. It's a fake handoff to John Jodas. And Smith has no one to throw to. He gets hit hard. Loses maybe a half a yard.
Smith was hit very hard at the line of scrimmage by 3 Demarest players. And it looks as though there was no gain or a loss on the play. It looks like he got back to the line of scrimmage. As number 46, Eric Paddock, checks back in for number 7, Jay Vasoda. 3rd and 4. Big 3rd down opportunity for the Patriots here.
I think we can see a passing player for Wayne Hills. Their most dependable receiver, Glenn Knischel, is lined up as a wideout. And Smith's looking to pass. He finds Jodas. And he runs down the right side. We're getting maybe 15 or 20 yards.
Now that was just a great reception by John Jodas, along with a sensational second effort on John Jodas to get an extra 5 yards by planting the right arm down and pushing off for the extra 5 yards. Great patience by Casey Smith as well.
Well, now with 2 minutes left in the game, the Patriots are down at the Demarest 21-yard line. They gotta get, if they can get inside, they can get in position for at least a field goal. But I gotta think that they're going for the touchdown right here. Knischel is wide right. Smith takes a snap. It's a handoff to Eric Paddock, who breaks through down to about the 10-yard line. He got a good run on that play, about 11 yards. It should be enough for the first down, maybe about a yard short. Okay, so with 1:30 left, Smith takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Paddock and runs around the left end. And he's brought down at about the 6-yard line. That's got enough for the first down, and that'll stop the clock.
Casey Smith playing a great game, beautiful fake, and just ran around to the left end and picked up about 5 yards on the play. We got first down and goal, it looks like, as he's inside the 10-yard line. He's on the 7-yard line.
Matt Gemma and Kyle Hughes come in for the Patriots. Glenn Knischel and Eric Paddock come out. That was a good play with the Patriots working a quick hurry offense. Smith takes the ball, hands off to Jodas, who gets through for the touchdown! With 1 minute and 5 seconds left, John Jodas runs through and gets across the line for the touchdown. That'll give the Patriots 28 points. They'll probably go for the 2 points and put the game out of reach completely.
What a carry by John Jodas, just barreled through the defense of Demarest. 7-yard run for the touchdown. Patriots have a 28-22 lead with 1 minute and 5 seconds to go. Now, do the Patriots go for this 2-point conversion or not? I'd say they're going to kick it. And it appears that they are setting up for the kick. Mitch Krause puts on his kicking cleat. Mitch Krause, the junior, 6'2", 242 pounds. Mitch is a big boy.
I think that's an understatement. I think Mitch is a huge boy, but he's waiting. They might have it looks like they have a small problem, and they got a delay game penalty. They didn't have the... We're not sure what the problem was there, but the Patriots just weren't ready, and so it looks like they're going to get moved back on that delay game penalty. So as Mitch can kick with the power, it shouldn't make any difference now. And here's the kick. It's good. Dead in the middle, and that gives the Patriots a 29-22 lead with 1 minute and 5 seconds left in the game. And now the Foundation will get their biggest test yet.
The Patriots are just playing a hell of a game on offense, putting up 29 points offensively on the scoreboard this afternoon. They can't be upset with the offensive put out this afternoon. Great offensive day.
Patriots have 65 seconds in which to hold the Demarest Norsemen and without scoring, and let's see if they can do it here.
Look for some sort of squib kick, in my opinion. I don't think they want to give them a chance to run this thing back.
I have to agree with you, Jason. Tom Keating is up, and Coach Olson has been known to call the squib kick before, but to receive back is Jamie Lake and Victor Trebuzio. The clock has started. And here comes a kick. It is a normal kick. The whistles blow, though. Trebuzio takes it. We don't know what that'll be. I don't see any flags, but the whistles blew right away. Looks like we may have, there is a flag. Looks like we may have a legal man downfield.
And you can hear the fans here at Wayne Hills just going nuts over the Patriots touchdown. Well, the Patriots will re-kick it. There was a penalty marker on the play before the kick was kicked. The ball was kicked, excuse me. And once again, Keating will kick. Keating with a short kick, received by number 34, Victor Trebuzio, and he's finally taken down after some chugging through the Patriots players, and he's about the 39-yard line. So the defense will have to hold him for 58 long seconds. This is what the defense is made of. See if they can hold him. We'll see.
Okay, this is the most crucial moment in the game here for the Patriot defense. They have to come through in this pinch. 49 seconds left to go here, and the game has amounted to this for the Wayne Hills Patriots.
He's out of the shotgun. He's throwing incomplete. Good coverage by the Patriots defense.
That pass was intended for number 23, Don McKelvey. That'll be 2nd and 10 from the 39 with 43 seconds left to go. The Patriots are going to, I believe, be at their strongest right now. In for the defense, number 2, Glenn Knischel, number 11, Brian Seck, number 34, Tom Keating, number 40, Kyle Hughes, number 54, Todd Agresta, number 79, Matt Gemma, number 51, Lou Brandt, number 49, John Jodas, number 43, Charlie Boniface. Now Sundberg's in the shotgun formation. He takes the snap, the flags fly, and the whistles blow. We'll have to see what we're going to do. What's it going to be? Looks like it's going to be against Wayne Hills. No, it's against Demarest. Looks like it's an illegal motion against Demarest. That'll push him back 5 yards. Now they're at 2nd and 15 on the 39 with 41 seconds left to go. It's going to make it even harder for the Norsemen to get down the field.
That's right, 39 seconds to go. 2nd down and 15 on their own 34. Sandberg's back to pass. Sandberg throws. It looks as though there's a pass interference penalty. There's a flag down where the receiver was standing. The pass was intended for number 24. Jamie Lake was incomplete.
Looks like it's going to be pass interference against number 54, Todd Agresta. I think they're going to call that he pushed him down or pushed him away from the ball there. That'll give the Norsemen 15 yards and an automatic first down and move them to midfield with 36 seconds left to go. This will be a true test of both teams' ability.
Okay, crucial moment for Wayne Hills here. 1st and 10 for Norsemen on about the 50-yard line. And let's see what Wayne Hills' defense can do.
Sundberg operating out of the shotgun, but there's a flag down.
This one's going to be against Demarest. It's going to move him back 5 yards. Looks like it's going to be a legal procedure. I believe the center picked the ball up before the snap count was finished. So now, here they come again. Here comes the pass. He's going deep to Jamie Lake, and it's well overthrown. Lake was covered by Brian's second, Tom Keating.
Great defense once again by Brian's second, Tom Keating. He didn't have a chance of catching that one. He was double covered great. Pass was overthrown by about 5 yards.
I think all we can see now from the Norseman offense's pass plays, because they're in desperation here. 30 seconds left. They got to go 55 yards, and that's just to be behind by 1 point. They still got to make an extra kick after that.
That's right, Harris. A field goal won't help them. They're down 29-22, 30 seconds to go. Sundberg once again operating out of shotgun. Back to pass. Jodis giving him heavy pressure, throwing across the middle. Complete. He's hit hard by Emil Rostello. Number 89, Peter Dunn, excuse me. And it's complete for about a 10-yard gain. And we're looking at a 3rd and 5 on the Patriots' 45-yard line with just 20 seconds to go in the game as Demarest calls their last timeout.
Well, now with 20 seconds left, Demarest had no choice but to call this timeout with the clock running. Right now, I got to be thinking they'll be throwing to the outside or going for absolute first down so they can keep the clock stopped and get themselves time to get organized and call plays. Both coaches are in talking to their players. And number 23, Don McKelvey, comes on for the Norsemen, and number 84, Robert Dorfman, goes out. Right now, Coach Olsen's got to be telling his players that they've got to stop the defense at all costs and not let them get anywhere. And I guess Coach Conti would be telling his offense the exact opposite.
That's right, Dan. Demarest has to go up top now. They got to go deep. They got to look end zone.
Demarest has a 1/3 of a minute to go half the football field. Let's see if they can pull it off. Let's see if the Wayne Hills defense can hold off the Demarest attack. 20 seconds left to go in the game.
Well, the Patriots defense has shown what they're made of here on the last drive. Sundberg out of the shotgun. He's got 2 men wide. He throws complete. Complete to number 34, Trabuzio, and out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
And he did exactly what I said. He threw to the outside. Trabuzio managed to get out of bounds, and that stopped the clock. That's also going to be a first down. It'll give him 1st and 10 on about the Patriots' 35.5-yard line. Patriots, with 15 seconds left, they'll get time for maybe 2-3 more plays. The Patriots got to stop them because a field goal is of absolutely no use to them. Sundberg takes a snap. He's throwing deep. Looking for number 23, Don McKelvey. Intercepted by number 34, Tom Keating. And that should be the game with 8 seconds left to go.
Tom Keating just got a great jump on that ball. It was overthrown, and Tom Keating with a beautiful interception, and that should just about wrap things up. That should wrap things up here at Patriots Field here at Wayne Hills High School. 8 seconds to go in the game. Wayne Hills with a 29-22 lead. And
Tom Keating with a tremendous clutch play here in the last seconds of the game. Interception of a bomb thrown by Sandberg. It should be a